What's going on, football fans? It's your host, Bad Takes, with Bad Takes in Football, back with another video for you. Excited to dive into today's topic, but before I do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm on my road to my first 100 subscribers. It really helps me out, and it's free for you to do. We're also doing a giveaway to one of those subscribers. It's a really cool gift. It's a portable Bluetooth speaker that breaks into two different speakers, so you have that surround sound sort of feel. Also, make sure to like and comment on this video. What do you think about what's going on with this year's sack leaders? Is there a new change in the guard as who those top dogs are this year? Let's hop into today's video. I was looking at this year's sack leaders, and one of the things I noticed is there's not the typical people that you normally see at the top of the list. And when I mean that, I'm talking about Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, TJ Watt, that whole crew. They're not even anywhere close to being at the top of the sack leaders this year. Those are older pass rushers, and what you're seeing now is a mixture of 27, 26, and 25-year-olds that are now leading the NFL in sacks. Brian Burns and Byron Young lead the NFL in sacks. Both are tied with 9 sacks on the year. Teammates Nik Bonito and Jonathon Cooper are in third and fourth with 8 and 7 sacks on the year as well. And they're trailed by Aidan Hutchinson, who's 25 years old. Aidan Hutchinson has 6 sacks on the year. Again, I was going down this list and I was like, okay, so how far behind are those typical leaders? Where do we see Myles Garrett? Where is TJ Watt and where is Trey Hendrickson? Myles Garrett is actually the closest in this group. He's actually listed as 10th in the league. He has 5 sacks on the year. Trey Hendrickson and TJ Watt, they both have 4 sacks on this year. You can definitely say that all 3 of these edge rushers that got new contracts are underperforming as to what they were expected when they signed those contracts this year. I know that they're older and there's still many games left for them to be able to pick it up, but again, they're definitely not on track with what they were tracking last year. Both Myles Garrett and Trey Hendrickson were at 9 sacks on the year this time last year. TJ Watt was right behind them with 8 sacks. So again, you have to wonder, is this the beginning of the end for those dominant edge rushers that we've known for so long? Are we going to see a resurgent from TJ Watt or Myles Garrett or even Trey Hendrickson? I have my doubts. I watch these players and I'm not seeing the same domination that I do normally. Myles Garrett, in my opinion, is the closest one to it. He still has his speed, quickness, along with that strength. It just seems like they're doing everything they can to keep Myles Garrett away from the quarterback, generally getting double teamed on a regular basis. Trey Hendrickson has dealt with some injuries. He had a back issue that kept him out of a game. And so maybe he's able to bounce back and we see a more limber Trey Hendrickson this week. But TJ Watt has been playing regularly. He's just not getting to the quarterback nearly as often as he used to. In my opinion, he's not anywhere close to the level of impact that he's had in years past. Nick Herbig, his teammate, actually has more sacks on him on the year. I can't even tell you the last time that TJ Watt had a teammate that actually had more sacks than him, let alone other players around the NFL. Nick Herbig has 4.5 sacks on the year. So it's not like TJ Watt is that far behind him, but still, TJ Watt is normally that guy for the Pittsburgh Steelers. What do you think about these new edge rushers? Byron Young and Brian Burns have been consistent throughout this year. I know for the Giants especially, he's been a major player when it comes to that defensive side. And a team that gives up a fair amount of points, he is one of the bright spots on that defense. Byron Young is on a very young and what I would consider to be a special defense for the Los Angeles Rams. I think he's going to be a very special player for years to come. And he's one of those players that, again, has been extremely consistent throughout the year. Nik Bonito and Jonathon Cooper being on the same team and being in the top 5 in sacks. Again, this Broncos defense is like a cheat code. Not only do they have Patrick Surtain in the secondary that's able to hold up receivers, giving them the ability to have what you would consider coverage sacks, but these guys are getting off the edge really quickly. They're pushing their linemen back, and they're getting to the quarterback, again, super regularly. You're talking about more than a sack per game average right now. Aidan Hutchinson is a player that I actually expected to be at the top of this list at this point in the year. I think offenses are really keying on protecting their quarterback from him. He's caused several fumbles already. And to me, I think Aidan Hutchinson is the future of the pass rushing world. What do you think of this year's pass rushing group? Do you think that Myles Garrett and TJ Watt will be able to pick things back up along with Trey Hendrickson? That's it for me today. Thank you again for watching. This is Bad Takes with Bad Takes in Football, signing out.